Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Johanna. It's Saturday, September 19th, a little after 5 p.m. I'm actually working on my entrance. For the life of me, I could not think of the word. So I'm going to finish this up here. And I'm trying to figure out as I go along. I don't really have a plan, but what I have so far is just this wooden pathing. And if you guys are new here, what I plan to do with my island is I will use pathing, but no other method of terraforming. So I will, even though I love doing waterfalls and cliffs and things, I won't be doing that. And I want to see how much I can get of my island designed with just using the map as it came when I first showed up here. So there hasn't been any adjustments to any of the rivers, anything, even though I'd love to, if at least just to build a bridge. And so it's going for a sort of shabby artist colony. This front portion here leading up to residential services will be the nicest of the island because the Nook does want tourists to come to the island, but then the rest of the island will be a bit shabby and a bit bare bones, and that's really the theme that I'm going with. So I really like how this is looking, and I like using the jail bars. I wasn't sure, but it does bring just a little interest there. And I'm gonna put a bench here, but you really won't be able to see it. I'm kind of tempted to move back the tree. Of course, I don't have any more fruit. Let me get some coconuts, move the tree, and see how I like that better. Now here is a staging area that I just dropped a bunch of things. Again, I kind of have an idea and I kind of don't. So we're just trying things out because I'm going for a kind of shabby look. I think it really fits well with cottagecore, but I won't be doing any of the pathing because along with not using any terraforming, even though it does come in game, I'm also not going to be doing any downloadable codes. So if I want anything by way of a design code for the floor, then I'm going to need to make sure that I design one. So let's see how it looks with the tree behind it. Yeah, I kind of like that. So let's move this one as well. And while I don't like everything to be matchy-matchy, I do kind of want this to be a bit matchy-matchy. I know. And remove that. I like to be able to run through here. And I'll get another one. Now, if you look into the distance, you can see that the trees are a bit off-centered. And that's intentional, really, because if I put them centered, then you can't see KK singing, because I just tried it. I've tried quite a few things. And I know for some, having something off-center like that, especially since I'm so finicky about this front part, seems a bit bizarre. But if you look, the fountain is centered, but the trees are not. But then on either side of this, these 4 trees are exactly the same, as well as the benches and the bushes and the street lamps, but then everything else is not. So I kind of like that different juxtaposition between having it really clean and symmetrical and then not. And it sort of fits the shabby kind of mentality for me, where there was some idea of how they wanted this, but then I'm thinking that the money ran out. Now I'm definitely going to have to move that tree. I put those benches there just really as a place to hold them, but we're going to build out the fountain just a little bit. And I know it's going to sound bizarre, but we're also going to plant some flowers around here. And really, the main reason is because next weekend is the bug off, and I didn't start this game until the middle of August. So this game has not, or any of the characters on this game, have not participated in the bug off. And so we definitely will be doing that next week. And so I'm going to be putting some flowers down just so we can get some bugs. Now if you guys have never played this, once you unlock Terraforming, you get to use this tool right here, and I find this really easy. The other way that you can do it if you have not unlocked Terraforming is you can go into the custom designs. This does come with the game, and there are some designs that also come with the game, and you can create your own. If you have Nintendo Online, then you can get some download codes. Now these don't include obviously the ones that come with Terraforming, but if you haven't unlocked it, like I said, you can just use this. But this one I find infinitely harder because you have to be standing, and all of the designs that you use have to be the same. And so I like this. And then you can round the corners, which I'm going to do. And I might need to adjust where the fountain is. So it's more centered. That looks good. And then let's go see how we can customize the benches. And what colors we can use. The green is nice. I'm leaning towards the green. So we'll customize both of those. I wonder what else is that we can customize. Let's take a look. Garden bench. Oh, I guess we had 3. Okay. So, no, I think that was the one that wasn't customized. Alright, and let's see if we move it closer, if we can still run by. Yeah, because that's important for me, because I like to be able to play the game and run at breakneck speed. So that looks nice. And make it a little bit more interesting. And I chose this one because I thought it would look really nice for fall. But I may need to redo this depending on how the red goes against the snow. But I won't know that until we hit winter, which is not until, I imagine, December, because I think in November is where everything is all the golds and reds. Yeah, I like how that looks. Okay. And this is where the museum's coming from. And so I kind of want pathing here. But I think that'll be something for another day. Alright, let me get some flowers and some things, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I'm back now. I do want to sort of corral where the flowers will go, and I don't have a lot of options right now, so I'm going to use this fencing, because I think what I'll do is eventually I'll do some log stakes, but I want to be able to visualize where the flowers are going to go. And just like terraforming, building fencing can be a little frustrating. Now, a lot of the YouTubers that I watch use a lot of the, I think it's the country fencing, but I have not gotten that in Nooks yet, or at the ATM. And so we're just going to use what we have. Okay, and then I'm just going to randomly put down flowers. And quite a bit of them are stunted because I had them on the beach. So let me figure out how much spacing it is between these. And I feel kind of bad because when I watch these kind of videos on YouTube, I watch a lot of YouTube, it's always so pristine and so well done, or fast forwarded so you don't see the angst of it. But I don't know, sometimes I think there's value, well no, I think there's value in watching something like this, just in case you have the game and you're watching a whole bunch of YouTube like I am, and you just wonder why it doesn't go as well for you as it seems to go for everyone else. Okay, so we'll put some flowers here, and I guess rather than putting down the fencing that I'm just going to have to take back up, I could have just done that. I didn't even think about it. Mums are the native plant, and so I do have the most of these. And those I kept there not because they were decorative, but that told me when I was coming up from the airport where center was to the airport. And so since I have the pathing down now, I can get rid of those. And we can put some in here. Didn't mean to do that. I'm definitely going to need a lot more flowers. Actually, I should leave that there because I like that to be the stopping point. And I'll show you where I keep some of my flowers. I actually have some flowers in quite a few areas. These are the flowers that I had moved from the top of the cliffs just to have them all in one area when I had first started the game. I'm not going to touch any of these other ones just because they're different flowers, and so I'll put these down first, see what I get, and then go from there to add maybe some other species. And this is just like laying down path, not as precise as it could be, just because you're dealing with grids, and if you're not standing in just the right spot, then you overshoot. Okay, and I'm just going to leave the holes. I'm hoping my villagers pay attention and they don't fall into them, because I think that's actually can be a thing. But when I save the game and get out of it, it'll just fill up the holes. I think tomorrow they'll have grown out. I'll leave a little bit of space for some breeding. I don't do hybrid flowers, but I do like when it happens just naturally. I do have a few pinks and a blue one that actually happened, and I moved, although I can't exactly remember where it's moved to. So I want the white one here. And I figured if I have flowers here, then when Flick does come, I might be able to find some bugs over on this side. So I think that'll be cool. I'll put one up here, because I think the trees are the guideline. So let me take this down, because even when I do fencing, I don't want to fence it off completely, just because I want to be able to run through it. Again, I know I say this a lot, but if you watch a lot of YouTube videos, they've been playing since the game came out in March, and so for them it's really about the decoration, and it's less about doing the bug off or playing the game or doing fishing or diving. But for me, I enjoy those things, and so I don't want to kind of pigeonhole myself into, well, I have to always run through here, because I love running through flowers, even though it might destroy them. That's okay for me. It grows back tomorrow. So yeah, I don't want to cordon off anything that I can't use. So let me make some log stakes, and as soon as I have a few of those, I'll bring you guys back. Alright guys, so I have some log stakes, and I think I'll like how that looks. Now, depending on what kind of fencing I can find, because the ones that I have the recipes for, I don't like, or I don't like for this. And so we'll just use this for now, although it does kind of play into the shabby. I think this one just costs a lot more wood. I kind of like that. Because when you have the fencing proper, it actually connects with one another. These are really just its own thing. So it makes it a little difficult. wonder if it looks better just single. Yeah, I don't know how I like how that looks. Because I mean, it definitely brings in the shabby element. I don't know if it looks just too shabby. Because I mean, you've got this really nice fountain. Just got these things here. Maybe I just need to put more of them out. So let me put some of these down. See if I can get them evenly spaced on either side. And the reason why I always say I'm going to bring you guys back is I don't know if you guys want to watch all of it. Because again, I do think it's important to see how fussy this process can be, but you may not want to watch a million years worth of it. But if you do, I mean, definitely let me know in the comments below, because it really makes my life easier with no need to edit. I kind of like that. So I think I need some more of these. Let's see what I have. One. Alright, I only have one, I think. Yeah, so let me make some more and I'll be right back. Well, if you can see, I put the log stakes around. I am not sure how I feel about it. The only other thing I can think of is if we customize it. Again, that might be just spending a lot of customization kits. When we're gonna eventually put up fencing anyway, but we can do the one and see how it looks. I think the red one will be it's actually pulling a little orange for me. I don't know, what do you guys think? Okay, and I do want to put some street lights. Have them with me, or are they all still sitting? I think they're all still sitting. I'll grab as many as I can. Clearly my inventory is pretty full. Yeah. And I'll put those down. I think that looks really pretty. And then one more. And I'll probably still, I don't know if you're like me, but I always finagle with things as I go along, as I think of other things, as I get other things. I don't have a lot of recipes. I don't have the hedges recipe yet. I don't remember when I'm supposed to get that. Why did that not line up the same? And so that definitely will change some things once I get that. as I'm playing, I might decide, nope, I really actually hate how this looks, or it doesn't really work. And again, I don't know if it bothers you, but those trees are not lined up. But everything else is. Welcome to Rain Grove. Oh, you can't get through there. So let's pull this one back. And then you'd be able to. And I think these are windflowers. Yeah. So we'll put a few of these around here. Right now they're the only orange flowers that I have, I believe. And so I will need to redisperse some of this stuff and make it look a little bit better looking than it is now. What I don't want up front here is any pinks or any blues, although I think it's going to look nice with the ground and eventually the trees, but I want this kind to be fallish, and then once we hit winter, then of course I'll probably switch it out again. But I won't get rid of my flowers because they can be kind of costly. So I'll probably put them on a ledge or a beach somewhere. And again, I'm just filling up some of these spaces. And I will leave some holes just so that it looks like it's going to rain. So it might actually clone some flowers for me, because I figured out, and I don't know why it took me so long to make the connection, but if it rains, then it clones the flowers. If you water them, that's when you get the different hybrids. And I guess that's, I mean, and I knew that because if you're looking for blue or gold or black flowers, that's how you get them. But I've always been just really bad at watering the flowers. So we shall see. So I'm going to water these. And I think you need at least two sitting next to each other. So these windflowers probably will clone, they won't breed, and that's fine. I just want the space to be full up, and I don't want to have to buy all the flowers to do it. With just playing this as a single player game, honestly, I am spending a lot of time just grinding for miles and grinding for bells, but I still also want to work on getting my star rating up. And it's almost 6 o'clock. And so let's put this away and have a seat. Let's move this. I don't know if that actually makes it better. Can I run by if I pull it forward? I can. Kind of like these behind. And pull this forward. And I think I can put some potted plants right there to make this look really nice. But I want to show you guys something at 6 o'clock, so hold on just a minute. Plus, KK starts taking requests at 6, so that'll be fun. I still have yet to get Bubblegum, and that's my favorite song in the game. Alright guys, well that's it for me. I love when it goes on the hour and the fountain does that. Plus I love hearing the bell from residential services. It's just, I don't know, it's so elegant to me. But that's our little entranceway right there. Again, definitely a work in progress. It's not fancy, but honestly neither is my island. And I'd love to know what you think. Should I keep it at the brown or should I go with the birch stakes? I actually kind of like how that looks. And I think it'll look good as we go into fall and even into winter. I will either put some more flowers or dig them up and just place them better. And I'll look for some things that I have and sort of make this look just a little bit more put together, and then clean up all of the dropped items that over here because there's a ton of stuff. Alright guys, well I hope you enjoyed this video. My island is coming along surely but very slowly, and from my island to yours, aloha.